Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we're once again looking at those Marvel Legends Infinite series figures. We've got the Spider-Man Wave Agent Venom figure released by Hasbro in 2014. Now this figure was a pain for me to track down. Distribution in my area was really terrible. This figure was a Walgreens exclusive and I couldn't find him anywhere. It wasn't until I was recently in Kansas City for Planet Comic-Con that I walked into an unsuspecting Walgreens, found 6 of these guys at least in stock, and I snapped one up for retail price. Very glad I made the trip. Now if you're not familiar with Agent Venom, he is actually Flash Thompson, Spider-Man's former high school rival. He first appeared in Amazing Fantasy number 15, created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, back in August of 1962, but he didn't actually become Agent Venom until Amazing Spider-Man number 654, released in February of 2011. Now, of course, Flash Thompson wasn't the first character to wear the Venom symbiote. That honor goes to Eddie Brock. But here now, in 2015, as I do this review, Flash Thompson is the current wearer of this mind-altering organism. Let's go ahead and get things started by taking a look at the packaging for this figure. As you come down the front of this box, you do have that Marvel Spider-Man logo there towards the center. You've got a window box packaging that does house this Agent Venom figure inside, as well as his accessories. You have the logo for Marvel Legends Infinite Series, and then towards the bottom of the packaging, you have the name for this figure, Agent Venom. And as we flip this package around, you once again have that Marvel Legends Infinite Series logo in the upper left, as well as the Spider-Man logo. You've got a bio for Agent Venom, and then you do have the figure pictured there towards the center of the packaging. And then as we come down the back of the packaging, you do have the complete lineup of all the figures that were available in this wave, as well as an image of the Build-A-Figure Green Goblin off there to the left. Alright guys, that's the packaging. Let's say we get Agent Venom out of the box and see what he's all about. Alright toy fans, here we have Agent Venom out of the box, and the first thing to note is that this figure is a bit of a mix of brand new pieces and reused pieces from previous Marvel Legends. As I bring in here Drax and Captain America, the Target exclusive version, what you're going to notice is that this figure does have recycled torso, upper arms, upper leg pieces, but then we do have original sculpting on the shins and the forearms for this figure. And as I pull Agent Venom in close, you're going to see that there's some very nice texture work here on the shoulder pads for this figure with the spikes and the bumps going all over, even on the chest armor. Now, this chest armor piece is actually a separate piece that's been attached to the figure. Underneath, he does have the same sculpt that Drax has here on the right, or Captain America for that matter. And then we do have a reuse of this belt piece that you see here between the Target exclusive Cap and Agent Venom. It was nice to see that we had some paint detail on the Captain America belt. Agent Venom's belt is just completely black. In fact, when it comes to paint detail, the only paint detail on this figure is the white paint around the eyes, on the shoulders, on the chest here with the spider emblem, and then even down here on the legs. And as some previous reviewers have pointed out, the paintwork on this figure is a bit light. And then the boots do look really nice. And as we flip the figure around, we have more of that great detail coming up the back. And there's even a hole in the back of the figure. I'm not really sure why that's there, unless you want to use maybe a flight stand of some sort from Toy Biz, or just plug in a Captain America shield. But overall, I'm really happy with the sculpt work on this figure. The painting could have just used a few more coats. Agent Venom comes with all the accessories that you see here. And as I look at this tendril attachment, I suddenly remember why the hole is in the back of this Agent Venom figure. As you can see here, you can plug this tendril into the back of the figure, and then he just has his symbiote arms coming around the back of him. You can kind of rotate that however you want. Now, one cool thing about this figure, and I gotta give props to reviewer Glenn Webb for bringing my attention to this, is with all these gun accessories, you can actually plug these into the tendril hands if you want to. Every tendril hand will actually hold a weapon, and have Agent Venom running through the hallway or whatever, guns blazing if that's how you want to position them. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and look at these guns more closely. The first set of guns we're going to look at here, and I am no gun expert guys, so tell me if I'm wrong in the comments here, appear to be some 9mm automatic pistols. These are really cool accessories. I'm glad that they're a matching set. The silver plastic they're molded out of is pretty nice. And hey, if you want to use them with your movie Black Widow figure, since she didn't actually come with any guns to hold, you can't go wrong with this pair. The next gun that Agent Venom has here seems to be some sort of submachine gun. It is molded in the same silver plastic as those other two pistols. It's sculpted very, very nicely. And then finally we have what I think is a Desert Eagle molded in black plastic with a red sight attached to the bottom of it. It's a longer size pistol, and it actually has a bigger grip than the other pistols that we have here, and it also fits nicely into Agent Venom's hands. So really, a nice complement of armaments for a figure that's really kind of based in militaristic action. Moving on to articulation, you can see the Agent Venom's head will bend down that far and back that far and rotate all the way around. There's only slight hindrance from the body armor here, it's not bad at all. The shoulder pad does lift up so the arm can rotate all the way around and bend out from the body that far, as well as rotating here at the upper bicep. He's got a double jointed elbow, and then he does have a rotation here at the glove. There is no articulation at the wrist or fingers, and that really kind of hurts the posability of this figure. I'm actually pretty disappointed by that part. But then as we come down, he does have an ab crunch, so he can bend forward that far and bend back that far. Again, that is hindered by the body armor. He does have a ball-jointed hip that allows his leg to move forward that far, bend back only about that far, does bend out from the body very nicely, and there's a full rotation here at the thigh, and then he does collapse nicely at the knee, double-jointed, but then there's no articulation at the boot cut. The only articulation we get below the knee is the Hasbro ankle pivot, which will bend, that you see here, side to side, bend back that far, and bend forward that far. So we're missing some articulation on the legs and on the arms. It does hinder posability just a little bit. I kind of wish it was better in the arms. The legs you can kind of work around. But it looks like that's all Hasbro's chosen to give us with this guy. You can work with it, but it's kind of a shame. Height-wise, we can see that Agent Venom does stand just a little bit over 6.5 inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have the Marvel Legends Agent Venom figure compared to the Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics Venom, and then the Hasbro Spider-Man Origins Symbiote Spider-Man figure. Here he is compared once again to the Marvel Legends comic book version of Drax. And here he is compared to the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Wolverine.
War never changes, does it, bub? I'm wearing an alien symbiote. Point taken.
Alright, toy fans, well that's my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Walgreens exclusive Spider-Man Wave Agent Venom figure. Overall, this might be a take it or leave it character for you guys, depending on your interest in the character and how much effort you want to put forth to try to find him at retail. Secondary market prices are a bit rich for this guy. I do think he's got some great sculpting work overall, and I love the range of accessories that he comes with, and it's pretty cool that those tentacles can even hold his guns. But the paintwork really is a little bit weak on this guy. They really should have used some extra coats of paint. And I wish this figure had some actual wrist articulation. That really hurts the posability of this guy. Well, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.